What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. And in this episode, I wanted to talk about when people criticize another person's music. Now, I don't usually criticize people's music. If I don't like their music, I just don't listen to it. But to listen to it and then to be like, oh, I don't like it, it's trash, like talking crap about this person's like their choice of production with their music, that I cannot do. Like, I don't listen to country music. I mean, I listen to a wide variety of music and stuff. So I would have to say nowadays, it's kind of hard for me to listen to a song and like not have anything good to say about it. Like, I gotta find something good to say about the song. So it could be country music, it can be pop music, EDM type music, rap music. It could be any type of music. Like, I have to find something good to say about it. And the reason why I'm like kind of putting myself in the mix of this is because I know for the longest, this is like me back in my high school days. I feel like me back in my high school days, I was on like a different level of criticizing people versus how I am now. I leave the door open for everybody. So the artist, Tyler the Creator, all throughout high school, I hated that man. I don't know why. Actually, you know what? It was because of that song, Yonkers. And I didn't really like how dark it was. But then, fast forward up until his album, Igor, came out. After that, I had a different outlook on Tyler the Creator. I actually is like a fan of his music, and I'm like, I can't wait for the next album. If his next album is anything like Igor, then I'm like, I think I can be a new fan of Tyler the Creator. So, and it's like, this was somebody that I'm like, I had nothing but like mean things to say about this dude's music back when I was in high school. So, and I remember friends of mine, they'll try to get me into listening to his music, and I'm like, his music, pretty much like how some people are today. I was like, his music's trash, it's garbage, like I don't want to listen to it and stuff. So the reason why I'm making this episode though, or I'm doing this episode, is because today I seen a clip of another podcast type show. I don't even know what to really consider. I would consider it a podcast. But there's this podcast called Everyday Struggles. Some of you guys might remember Joe Budden's funny moments or angry moments on that show, even when he was screaming at Lil Yachty and stuff. And I think, yeah, when they was beefing with Migos, yeah, they were talking about it on that show. That was the show that Joe Budden used to be on until he came out with his own podcast. I think he was doing his podcast long before, but yeah, I think, well, I don't know, was he? I can't remember, but anyways, today, DJ Academics and the other guy, I can't even think of that dude's name, but anyways, I know people are going to be like, bro, how you not know his name? I just don't know his name, but anyways, so they both had negative things to say about Kanye West's album. And my thing is like, I feel like us as people, we got to accept everybody's opinions about stuff. But I feel like when a person's opinion is disrespectful, that's why I feel like that person needs to have a correct way of getting their opinion across. Now, if you don't like the man's music, okay, cool. You don't have to. But to go onto your show and say that this man's music is trash, and here it is, like, he tried to work as hard as he possibly, Kanye tried to work as hard as he possibly could on that Jesus is King album, and he overall became like a different person. Like, this is a new Kanye. Like, I feel like we didn't have like 3 different types of Kanye. We had like the freaking late registration Kanye, then this Jesus Kanye, and now we got this Kanye. And for people to just like, I don't know, for people to just like criticize this man's album and things, it's not, I can't be with that. I can't. And they're like, yeah, they were on the show saying like how trash it is. DJ Academics was talking about stuff he heard throughout the songs. And I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, that's that man's music. And however he feels like that music needs to be finalized, that's his call. That's what he wants to do. That's that man's music. And from what I'm seeing, DJ Academics and this other dude, I ain't seen you guys do no albums like that. I ain't seen you guys do no music like that. In fact, I remember when DJ Academics, when he came out and he did some song, it was like a troll song. It wasn't even a song that was taken serious. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to. And this other guy, like, if he makes music or not, then I'm like, I haven't heard of anything from you. Maybe a feature or something, I don't know, but I haven't heard anything from that guy. And I noticed the girl in the middle, she didn't really have like too many things to say about it and things. I don't think she said anything at all, but it's like, I just don't understand when people, when they're not into something, or when they're not doing the same amount of work as this other person, and even if they were, it's like, why are you criticizing this person? You're doing your own thing. There shouldn't be no reason for you to criticize this person. That's why I'm like, I never accepted criticism from people that wasn't doing what I was doing. If there's somebody that was doing what I was doing and they had some things to say and they were doing better than me at it, I would probably listen to what they have to say. But if this person has nothing, like no back history of music or anything, and then they try to tell me about something or tell me how this needs to be done or tell me that what I've worked on is trash, like, no, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that at all. So that's why I'm like, I wouldn't listen. If you want to listen to Kanye's album Jesus is King, but you heard what they sound Everyday Struggle, or you heard somebody else say that his album was trash, don't listen. You be your own judge for his music. If you don't like it, don't like it. Listen to his older music. That's why his older music is still there. It ain't like he took all his old music off and put this new music on. No, his old music is still there. So go listen to his old music. I got like halfway through Jesus is King, and I honestly have to say I like that album. I really do. And people was all like, I remember that's what DJ Academics was even saying. He was all like, he didn't like the fact that you'll hear like the gospel part of the songs, and then Kanye's voice will come in, and he's just like rapping and stuff. It's gospel rap. What do you expect? Like, the people that singing, they're not rappers, they're singers. So that's why I'm like, I'm just not hearing it with them. I'm like, if you're gonna be a supporter of Kanye, support everything that this man does. Okay? And if you don't like it, move on, support something else. Just be all like, oh, I'm really not with this album, and leave it with that. And I feel like that's why I'm like, when people put that energy or like those words out there where they're saying that this person's album is trash, and you got an audience, you got a fan base where they're going to hear that and they're going to go based off of your word. And now this is how they just going to see any of his music and things, because they overall want to agree with you. They're more of a fan of you than they are with Kanye. Yeah, I'm like, I'm just not with that. I can't. Overall, like, any of my fans, anybody that watches me, anybody that listens to me, I want you guys to have your own opinion about stuff. Don't go based off of what I have to say. And even if I am like criticizing something, or if I am talking about something, because I think, how long ago was that? I think I was talking about the Lion King reboot or remake, and I had some like fair choice of words to say. I don't even remember saying it was trash or garbage. It was like pretty much, it was a repeat. It was like a cover. It was like pretty much listening to a cover of a song, but it's like the same instrumentals and everything, just a different artist. Like, but overall, I can't say that movie wasn't good. Like, I mean, it was good. It was just pretty much watching the same thing all over again. But the visuals, the acting, everything about that movie, it was good. That's one thing that I can't deny. If I say that movie is garbage or trash, or I didn't like it and things, I overall got to respect the fact that these guys put millions of dollars into this movie. They stayed up day and night making this movie. That can't go unnoticed. I have to remember that. So that's one thing that I always remember when, because even with Tyler, the Creator, and they were saying how he produced this album and then put lyrics behind the songs that he was producing. I'm like, I can't disrespect that. That's some hard work right there. That is some dedication. and then that album was #1. Like, yeah, I'm like, I can't disrespect this man's album. I can't. I honestly can't. And there's songs still to this day that I'm listening to from that album. My favorite song off of that whole album is I Think. So yeah, I'm like, in fact, like, yeah, y'all go listen to Tyler the Creator's his latest album, Igor. That album it's good. It's good. And if you want to go see The Lion King, go see it. I mean, it's probably not playing in theaters. I think it might be actually out on DVD, or it might be coming out here soon on DVD. But if it is, go buy it. What else, man? Like, there's so many. There probably might even be games where I'm like, now games on the other hand. See, that's the thing though. Like, I guess like if you spend money on it, then okay. But I'm like, who goes out? Like, if we're talking about music, who buys music? Actually not. My mom, she still buys music and things, but a good portion of America streams their music. I have not heard anybody go out and say, "Oh, I'm about to go buy the Kanye album in a CD form." Do they even make CDs still? I feel like I haven't seen CDs in a while. And in fact, I think, yeah, because I was just up at Best Buy. They don't have CDs in there anymore. People are streaming music. So you're paying for the streaming service, okay. But it ain't like you paid for the album. So that's why I'm like, if you ain't paid for it, if you ain't put no money down on it, I feel like that there ain't really much to like hear from that part. But maybe if it's like a movie or a game, then probably people will want your honest opinion about it. And even then, I'm like, even with like, because I know how much crap I gave NBA 2K and Madden and stuff, they still put money behind it. So I gotta respect the fact that they put some time and dedication behind those games. Although I don't feel like it, because there's times when I'm playing it and I'm like, bro, what is this? But I gotta respect it. I gotta respect them. I might be mad at the time, but overall, like, I have to respect what they do. So that's just how it is in this world. You gotta respect what a person does. Like, for you to sit down and criticize this person's work, criticize what they do and things. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it's like, even bringing up like 2K and Madden and stuff, I think it's just me being angry at the time, but at the, like, you know, overall, like, at the same time, I'm just like, all right, like, you know, they put some money and work behind these games and stuff, so I gotta respect the fact that they did that. So anything that I said about that game, like, you know, that's just how I feel at the time, and most likely you might feel the same way when you play those games, but yeah, it's like it's a moment. It's a moment when you're just angry and stuff. But but the thing is with 2K, like, let me just talk about that, because I feel like I'll be a hypocrite. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like, with 2K though, like, with that particular video game, it's just upsetting that you put so much money behind a game and it ain't like, you know, okay, so you know what, I ain't even gonna sound like a hypocrite when I say this, because if we're comparing this to music, if we're comparing this to what DJ Academics and this dude said about Kanye's music, it's not like they funded Kanye to make this album. Kanye made this album with his own money, his own studio, all of that. Now, if I were to fund an artist on making some music, and then they come back and it's like not fully completed, or it doesn't, like, audio messes up or something, like, you know, maybe that's their style of music, I overall would look at it different how DJ Academics and this other dude did. But if I overall felt like that the music wasn't good, and I'm like, that's just hard for me to, you know, like, to do that, because I feel like with music, it's just everybody's gonna like it and everybody's gonna hate it. And that's like that with 2K. It's like that with a bunch of different stuff out there. Everybody's gonna like it. There's gonna be people that like it, and there's gonna be people that hate it. So I'm like, it's with that. It's like if I'm funding this artist and then the music's not good, then I just like, yo, what's going on? Like, I ain't give you this money to make this music and it's not good and stuff. And that's hard for me to say something like that. So if I do say something like that, then yeah, that music is not good. And I'm not saying like people need to go based off of my judgment or what I say in things, but I'm just saying, like, if I did put some money behind a person and with music, and then that's what they came back with, or even a movie or anything, and they came back with me and it's like it ain't good, then I'm like, yeah, then I had to sit down. I feel like that you would have to help that person in a way, give them some advice, or kind of just see how their work methods are, and then try to like do like, I don't know, like not so much as change it up, but maybe like add on what you felt like what will make it better. So yeah, I'm like, but I don't know, like with music, just with people's stuff, like I let them do what they do, and if I don't like it, I stay away from it. Like with 2K, I haven't played 2K in a while now, and with Madden, I haven't played Madden ever since they cheated me. This freaking what was it? A Pro Bowl, whatever that game I played, and they're gonna wait until I scored a touchdown, then that's when they're gonna freeze the game. Did I mention that, how I was playing that game? I think I might mention it, but for those that are new to the podcast and new to the channel, if you're viewing this, however you're viewing this, so I'm playing Madden 20, Madden NFL 20, latest Madden, and I was playing the Pro Bowl, and for those that's like not football fans, it's like a specialized football game and stuff. But anyways, so I'm playing the Pro Bowl, and I was about I scored the touchdown. I did this pass where I was like, because they have it where you play as a quarterback, and so I'm playing as a quarterback. I run in, score the touchdown. The game freezes. I had to start the game all over, and they didn't even count that touchdown, and therefore I had to start that game like when I had to start from like a few minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the game ended. The game would have, because it was, I think, it was in overtime. So after that touchdown, I would have won that game, but since the game had crashed, I didn't, and the game ended in a tie the second time around. And I'm like, I hadn't played that game since. I have even like went over cause and it's like the game's mine forever. Like if I had that game on disc, I sold it right then and there. I really wish I had that game on disc, cause I definitely would have sold it and went and got me another video game or put down money for Call of Duty. I did something, cause it's like, how is it like I don't understand like. I remember growing up playing Call of Duty, I had so many bad things to say about it and things, and now like when I'm playing it, I'll play with friends. I'm like, yo, this game is actually fun. This game is actually, it's a good game. Like, what was I saying back in the day and things? Like, what was I really like on? Like, to talk bad about this game? It's actually a good game. But Madden, on the other hand, I'm like, why would they do that to a person? Like, I gave you money to play this game, and then this is the experiment or the experience that I get playing it. Like, I'm not even getting a fun experience and things. So, yeah, overall, that's why I'm like, if you're not getting a fun experience playing something, then yeah, it's probably best if you stay away from it. And there ain't no reason for you to like keep hassling the people, change it the way that you want it to be changed. My thing is like, if I were to criticize Kanye's music, I wouldn't criticize it. If there is a way I would have wanted his music to be done, I would have done it myself. I'm that person where I'm like, okay, if that person's not going to do it, I'll do it. I don't even like, that's why I'm like, I think I just don't really even criticize people. Because I'm like, okay, well, whatever they're not doing or whatever they don't want to do, I'll do it. So like, if there is a problem that I had with his album, and let's say if I can't do it, then I'm just like, all right, well, I can't do it. So it's either that, or I gotta accept the fact that this is a good production album. And that's why I'm like, it's honestly easy to get things past me and stuff. So that's why I'm like, and even I was like, one of my friends, cause he's in a band, and he be like telling me about their music and stuff, and it's like I like listen to their music. And I think a lot, like I thought along the lines like, okay, well, I can't do this. So therefore, to me, and people might be all like, that's a weird way of thinking about stuff. It's good. Because I know I can't make music of that production. I can make music, but it's going to sound different. I could try to imitate that music, but I feel like I would just be copying what they're doing. And it'll just sound exactly the same. So I would have to, like me, I'm like, I got to go. If they're doing that, I got to go above that. So that's how I see things, but who knows? Who knows how people are going to take what I say in this episode. But anyways, I'm freaking tired. Yeah, that's like, so just explain to you guys my freaking Monday. So yeah, long day of work, and then after work, I'm going to go pick up these YouTube shoes. So yeah, Kevin Durant, basketball player, he made these shoes where it was a like the colorway of the shoe, it's red and white, but it has like a bunch of YouTube emblems on there. So let me just tell you guys about today, all right? So anyways, I'm leaving. I didn't even check the Nike store to see if they had the shoes. Because if the Nike store had the shoes, I'm honestly going to be so heated. I'm going to be so upset the fact that I just walked clean past that store and I could have just got the shoes there. Please tell me they don't have the shoes at the store. Okay, cool. It's still out of stock at the Nike store. Because I was about to say, I've been so mad if they had them shoes there. So anyways, so yeah, Nike store. I usually go to the Nike store for like all Nikes and Jordans and stuff. Unless they don't have the shoe, then yeah, I'll get them somewhere else. So anyways, I go online. Nike store didn't have it. So the two shoe stores that are closer to my house, on their website, they said that they had the shoe. So I go there. I go to both of those shoe stores and I ask both of the people that was there, do you have the Kevin Durant and U2 collaboration shoe? Maybe I should have said the KD12's U2 collaboration, but it ain't going to change anything. It ain't going to be a difference. So anyways, both of them had said no. So I passed by, okay, on my way back to, so I work in Seattle, I live in Federal Way. The store that had it was South Center for some Tukwila and things. So it was the South Center Mall for those that live out in the Washington area and stuff. So I passed, like on my way to Federal Way, I passed by South Center. If I would have known that the shoes was there and only there, I should, like all that going back and forth, I could have probably been home at like 5 something, 6 something. I didn't get home till close to 8. Man, I was tired. I was just all like, bro, like, and then I had to go to the bathroom, so I ended up having to like find some dark looking woods and pee there, because I'm like, I can't make it on the way home. So I'm like, yep, I just found like a dark area and I had to pee outside. I hadn't done that in a while too. But I'm like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, bro, and they said on the website they had it. I'm thinking about going back up there, and then if I see them shoes on the shelves, I'm like, bro, y'all said that you guys didn't have these shoes. Like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna go up there no time soon. Like, I'll probably go back up there on Thursday, and yeah, just like look around and things. But yeah, I'm like, that's some foolery, bro. That is some pure foolery. Like, I'm like, y'all seriously had me running all around freaking this whole area of Washington State. I'm like, that's too much traveling. Too much traveling. It's dark. Then it got dark outside. So I'm like, man, this is pure foolery. It was worth it though. I'm about to wear them tomorrow and then probably make a video on them once I get back home. But man, I swear, Kevin Durant, like, I better get like a hug or a handshake going on this wild goose chase for these shoes. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you are purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, yes, this is a SeatGeek promo, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It'll knock $20 off your first purchase. So, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.